On December 12th, 2018, the very final major 1.14 snapshot of the year was released, and with it, a load of new features yet again, along with some game-changing items and more were added into the game. From villagers and villages themselves to new crafting block functionality and cats, 18W50A added quite a bit. Functionally, this update seems extremely cool, and frankly, you might be shocked at how these changes really make a difference. In this video, we're going to talk about this major update, why it's awesome, and see what opportunities lie ahead for Minecraft 1.14. And honestly, it still seems like there's a lot to go. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So let's start off with some of these new exciting blocks. In 18W50A, the barrel officially gained functionality, and with it, more options for storing items. Unlike all chests that we currently have in Minecraft, including shulkers, these blocks can be opened even if it seems like their top is covered no matter what. Unlike the rest, the barrel doesn't actually open in any way physically. Like the shulker and chests of old, the barrel takes up one full block. Also, the barrel can be crafted with 6 wood planks on its sides, 2 wooden slabs on the top and on the bottom. Opening the barrel, you'll find it holds the exact same number of items as a single chest, ender chest, or a shulker. Because the block doesn't even open, it can be accessed on a single side, even if every other bit of it is covered from any angle. Where chests and shulkers sometimes tend to pop out in a build, barrels may offer a nice aesthetic and sort of blend into their build. Also, because of their unique design and ability to function like single chests, they may offer unique uses, potentially being able to be seen as a specific part of a redstone build, standing out amongst a sea of normal chests. Honestly, they seem really useful, and I'm interested to see what you guys come up with in terms of designing them into your builds. Another block that's been extremely desired since it was first teased was the blast furnace, and in 18W50A, it finally gained its functionality. As we expected, this new furnace functions almost exactly the same as regular furnaces. However, we only recently found out that it's specifically used for ores and metals. Being crafted with 3 smooth stone, 1 furnace, and 5 iron ingots, this blast furnace smelts ores twice as fast as a regular furnace, but continues to use the same amount of fuel. You can also melt down tools and armor into iron and gold nuggets as well. And before anybody pulls out their tridents, since Minecraft doesn't have pitchforks, furnaces will still serve their normal purposes, but this new blast furnace is undoubtedly way better and will be great for smelting. On top of the blast furnace gaining its functionality, so did the smoker block. Unlike the blast furnace, however, the smoker is specifically designed for food items. Like the blast furnace, however, the smoker cooks its food twice as fast, uses the same amount of fuel, and cooks food extremely efficiently. To craft a smoker, you need a furnace and 4 logs on each one of the slots on its sides. Both blocks come equipped with a recipe book for quick picking stuff out of your inventory, and both blocks have a nice animated fire texture with smoke particles when lit. Something I haven't heard many people talking about with these new furnaces, but should be 100% mentioned, is the crazy amount of possibilities that this opens up. Not only is cooking just faster now, but super smelters are gonna be going crazy. So much so that the current designs that we have for them may not be able to keep up with how many items that these new furnaces can churn out. While most smelters have the advantage of also cooking food, I don't think it's too bad of an idea for us having 2 unique type of smelters. Redstoners, it's time to put on your thinking caps. And now onto the last block to gain its functionality with the snapshot, the bell. Naturally spawning in villages, this item cannot be crafted. However, it can be gained by using a pickaxe on the block itself. In its current state, it doesn't seem to have any overall use. However, you can ring the bell to your heart's content. When right-clicked, the bell will ring and sway back and forth. The bell can only be hit on an axis opposite to which it's hanging. The bell has 4 states: 1 on the ground, 2 in between blocks, 3 hanging from a block side, and 4 hanging on top. When hanging on its top, the bell can be hit from all 4 directions, and only when it's hanging in that position. And before you go testing it, no, it can't be rang with a projectile. Mojang, please code that in. And lastly, villages and villagers. In 18W50A, desert villages were added and taiga villages were updated. Desert villages offer a nice and new interesting take that we had previously seen in trailers and pieces of promotional material for the Village and Pillage update. These new village variants really seem to pop when you get around to walking around inside the new cities and towns. The desert villages' use of sandstone and terracotta add a really nice touch to the traditional look. Instead of using grass path blocks, smooth sandstone is used throughout the town. While the sand and smooth sandstone have a fairly similar texture, making it hard to realize which one you're looking at immediately, I've gotta say it looks pretty good. Maybe for the purposes of standing out, a sand path block could be added into the game. While it wouldn't be lower in height because terracotta is used as an accent piece, maybe it could just be a tad darker than the rest of the sand blocks. Also, the architecture is just downright astounding. As I've been saying time and time again, these types of builds seem to be extremely off-brand for Mojang. However, it really seems like they're getting a hold of these new building techniques. On top of the desert, the taiga also got a non-tundra variant, and it looks really good. The ideas used really add a lot to this area of the taiga. Using cobblestone and spruce wood, the colors pop. Lighting is supplied by torches placed on single cobblestone walls, almost as a sort of post. The bell is once again in the center of town, further proving the potential that the item might have for the town overall. Also, trapdoors seem to be extremely apparent in this variant of the village, adding shutters onto windows, being used as a planter box for flowers, and even being used as supports for farms. While an out-of-the-bag choice for Mojang a year ago, it really seems like every village is going to be a unique twist that brings that biome to life. And come to think of it, the textures may be doing a lot of the work as well. Seeing these new textures placed on these new villages, especially the desert, makes for a really interesting experience. Villagers also got an update. Graphically, they have the new look now. Villagers also have 7 different skin types, dependent on which biome on which they are spawned. If you use an egg in a taiga, it'll look like a taiga village, and if you use an egg in a jungle, they'll look like jungle villagers, and so on and so forth. Villagers also now have 3 tiers which will show which trade tier they've unlocked via a badge on their suit as you trade with them. No longer will you have to guess which villager is which person. You'll be able to just find out. Also, if a villager is turned into a zombie and then cured, it'll keep its trade badges. Also, slightly off topic, but witches also got a new look with this update and are now a completely neutral mob. Only when you attack a witch will a witch respond via an attack. No more potions of harming to the face unless you're into that kind of thing. But to be honest, I don't really like this. Hearing a witch nearby meant you would have to be extremely careful of how you moved around it. But hey, to each their own. And before we go ending off this video, 2 last-minute mentions about the snapshot. YouTuber and Hermitcraft member Good Times with Scars' real-life cat Jelly was added into the game as the last variant of the feline family. And second, raids are broken in the snapshot. When attempting to test out raids on multiple worlds in multiple villages, Micah McChill, the writer and editor for this video, had a plethora of problems with the new feature. While it started out fine, it typically devolved into a really weird mess where mobs were shooting at completely nothing and were getting caught in a single room. As this really isn't meant to be the final product of 1.14, we're not going to discuss it much further in this video. But on screen is a list of the changes that Mojang has made, and when we can get it properly working, we'll make a follow-up video on the matter. But what do you think? Do you like the villagers' new looks? What about their new homes? What about these new furnaces? And because the opportunity is too good to pass up, are you going to ring that notification bell? Michael, I hate your scripting sometimes. Anyways, let me know in the comment section down below. But other than that, that just about does it for me for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself and Michael McChill, who co-wrote and edited this video, the channel and the video quite a lot. But anyways guys, I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.